Gonna hit that book there. M-I-C-A-H. Micah, chapter 7. Just want to make you prepare for the unexpected. Like most people ain't prepared. You got to even prepare. Getting up, I'm telling you, my mindset, I prepared. I done did my wife's funeral in my mind. Folks say, how can you say that? Because when she died, I don't want to lose my mind. When I die, I want her to make sure she prepared for me to die. That's what most people ain't realizing. Your loved one is not going to be there forever. You got to prepare for the unexpected. And we're going to touch on all that. Understand that. Y'all think I'm crazy, but man, I ain't crazy. I would go crazy if I think my wife going to be here forever. And she'll go crazy, she think I'm going to be here forever. It's not going to happen like that. Micah chapter 7, verse 2. Go ahead.
The good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. They hunt every man his brother with the net.
This is the world we live in right now. Ain't no good people in the world. Nobody good. I know what you're thinking is, oh, that's a good lady because she feeds me. Oh, that's a good man because she feeds you. You better figure out what she feeding you. You better figure out where she getting that money from or he getting that money from. You'll find out there's some underhanded stuff going on. And he said, very few people you can find like that. There's some out there, but very few people. It's not really anybody's good in this world. Because you're able to flip on somebody at any time. If you say you ain't flip, you a lie. I'm a lie. Because the only person I know that flip is Christ. That's it. So that's why you don't have that much faith in nobody. That much trust in nobody. You trust God and God only. Because if you do this the way he set it out to be, you won't hurt somebody. You won't kill somebody. Go ahead, listen to what he say here.
That they may do evil with both hands earnestly. The prince axes, and the judge axes for a reward. And the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desire. So they wrap it up.
This is the people that are in the court system, the judges, who got bread to get off. You ain't got no bread, Israel. You ain't got no money. You go in the court system, you can't buy no judge. They can buy a judge to do evil stuff. This is the net, this is the world he's talking about. Expect the unexpected. When you're dealing with people inside the court system, when you break God law, they're going to get you. But go ahead, listen to what he say here.
The best of them is as a briar.
A briar, he's talking about a sticker briar. You know how a sticker briar with blackberries on it or something like that? They like a briar. It got some good fruit on it, but you got to pick around it and just try to find out what a good spot is. Go ahead.
The most upright is sharper than a thorn edge. The day of thy watchman and thy visitation cometh. Now shall be their perplexity.
It's perplexed when you're dealing with people because you're looking for the goodness of the world. You got to see the goodness of God. What makes them good? And when you're dealing with them, forming relationships with them. And I'm using good for better, but it's nobody good around. You just got to figure it out when they doing righteousness versus doing evil. Because at any time, anybody can flip out. I tell y'all all the time, I'm not your leader. I'm not. Our leader is Jesus Christ. He leads us. But if we don't understand that, I can tell y'all do something, and y'all just go, oh, just a minute. It's his place. Let's do it. I'm going to know what I said. You was a big dummy if you do it. Knowing you breaking the law. If I'm telling you to break the law, hey man, I'm not doing it, Jeff. Get away from me. Y'all read enough book to understand that.
That's right. Amen.
Just think about trust. You don't put your trust in a man. They're talking about your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, anybody. Listen to what he said right here. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Trust ye not in a friend.
Don't trust in a friend. Go ahead.
Put ye not confidence in a guide.
I'm a guy. Don't put no confidence in me. It's not me. I'm not telling you to turn to Jeff chapter 7. I'm telling you to turn to Micah. I'm reading. Go ahead.
Keep not the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. This means that you lie, somebody you lying on your bosom, you really trust them, you're going to lay on their chest. Keep your secrets to yourself. Keep your secrets to yourself. Either you lay on your wife's bosom or your kids laying on your bosom, they want to tell you something. Certain things you don't need to tell people. Certain things you don't. You need to take it to God first. And then He's going to show you how to share with them. But we take them first and get the counsel of these people who are not godly, and they tell us, oh, you should do this and do that. No. You go to God first. Go ahead.
For the son dishonoreth the father. The daughter rises up against her mother. The daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house.
I tell people this thing matches up from the Old and New Testament. Who in here can raise their hand and never got into a fight or a fuss and battle with their mom and dad? Raise your hand. Never got into a fight. Never disagreed. Yeah, that's it. Never. Never. That's the thing about it. You got to understand that we all get into it. So therefore, I don't put too much trust in you. You don't put too much trust in me. We put all the trust in God. We don't get too emotional. Oh, you my child. Oh, you are my wife, and you my husband. You do what I tell you to do. That's all I mean. No? But anyway, this is what I'm saying. You don't need to put that much trust. You need to analyze what they are saying. If they are saying the right thing, righteousness, you do it. But if they going off their head, oh, I can't do that. Because you'll lead me to hell. Because I'm putting too much trust in who? Man. You ain't, that's why we prepare y'all. Expected, unexpected. They call that mama and them and dad and them. That don't mean that they telling you the right thing. But he said the enemies of your own household. They're going to be in your own household. That's what he's talking about. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Therefore I will look unto the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me.
That's what we do. We look unto the Lord. He tell you to look out there in the sky. Oh, put your eyes in this book. This Facebook right here. This is a book with your face need to be in it. But most people's face is not in it. Their minds are not in it. They everywhere else. They can be in this place and their mind is gone. Then when some hit them, they want to go crying like a little baby. Oh, that ain't why that happened to me and all this and that. He said it's going to happen. Expect the unexpected. So when you hit you won't be too emotional. Some people going to be emotional, but don't let it take you out of God's realm of doing righteousness. Let me show you a man who handled the unexpected the right way. Let's go to Job. Job is something serious, boy. Wow, I don't even know. I can't even compare nobody to that cat. Job chapter 1 and verse 9. He had so much coming at him. So much coming. And he handled it good. But a lot of people around him didn't handle it well. Job chapter 1, verse 9. Look at this man Job, how he handled the unexpected. Go ahead, verse 9.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doeth Job fear God for naught?
So Satan and God having a conversation. Do God fear you for, do God fear you, do Job fear you for nothing? That's not. Go ahead.
Has not thou made an hedge about him?
We dealt with that hedge last week.
That's right.
That hedge around him. God, Satan telling God, you got the hedge around all the man, they protecting everything he had. Go ahead.
Has not thou made a hedge about him and about his house and about all that he has on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hand, and his substance is increased in the land.
Go ahead.
But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he has, and he will curse thee to thy face.
See, this is the good side of God and the bad side. Satan said, put forth thine hand now. Wait a minute now, I thought Satan gonna do this. God got to allow him. Allow him. This is what you need to understand about this. When you are messing up with God, somebody in your household is messing up. We find out Job kids were messing up. A lot of people messing up in their household. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he has is in my power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord.
So he got permission from God. He's like, go ahead. Just don't kill him. Go ahead.
And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house.
So we're about to go down. There's some pain coming that most people in this world are not expecting this. Go ahead.
And there came a messenger unto Job and said, The oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them.
Go ahead.
And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
So Satan started hitting Job in the pockets. Got his oxen, killed his servant. Those people work for Job. That's how he produces money. His cattle. Back in the Bible, this is what they do. Farm animals are really, really, really important. Go ahead.
16. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, The fire of God is fallen from heaven, and has burned up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
So Satan controlling the fire from heaven too? I tell y'all, don't get so confounded on miracles. A lot of people gonna leave God because they see a miracle.
That's right.
Miracles don't mean, God don't like miracles. He wants you to believe in him. He said the evil and adulterous generation seek out the miracles and signs.
That's right.
Go ahead.
17. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, The Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
See, you know how Satan always needs somebody to go back and tell something, go back and tell something. He want to make sure you hear this so you can turn your back against God. It's somebody else, somebody gonna tell the story. Always. Go ahead.
While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, Thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking. Wine in their eldest brother's house.
Go ahead.
And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
How many of us would turn our back on God right then?
Many of us.
People that don't expect the unexpected, they would turn their back on God and say, why God did it to my kids? They were just kids. This is what God telling you right here. You don't understand how he rolls. He allowed this. If your faith in them kids, you can't serve him. If your faith in your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, or anybody, you can't serve him. You got your trust in them. When they bury, your faith is buried. This is what people don't understand. Understand how God is positioning you to handle these situations in life so you can be strong. You don't want to always be a weak child. You got a weak child who's 30 years old, 25, 50, 60, 70. They are children in the mind. You know why they're children? They don't expect nothing from this word. they come up with their own notions. You can't come up with your own notion. You got to look in the word and say, this can happen to me. But I know if this happened to my kids or me, we did our job, we prepared. It might have been their time to go. It might have been my time to go. God said, I got to take him now. If I don't take him now, he might turn his back on me in the future.
That's right.
We don't understand the mind of God. We just follow what he say follow.
Exactly right. Amen.
Listen what he say here. Listen how Job responded. Go ahead.
Verse 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshiped.
He worshiping?
He worshiped, bro.
How many else will fall down on the ground and worship him there? How many else will say, oh Lord, why you do this to me? Oh, why you kill my kids? Why you kill all my money? Why you take out? That's the first thing that come out their mind. But Job fell to the ground and worshiped the Lord. He worshiped him. Better pay good attention to how he responded. I ain't telling you I would respond like that. I've been messed up. I'm trying to get to this place.
Come on.
Go ahead.
21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb.
Yes, sir.
And naked shall I return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord.
Job understand the expected, the Lord gave, and the unexpected. He took it away. Same thing. Same thing. His mindset was so strong. Like whatever goes down, my kids die, my family, my money, all this stuff die, I will not turn my back on you, God. Because I know what's going to happen to me if I turn my back on you. I'm going to the lake, they're going to burn with fire forever. Go ahead.
In all this Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly.
He didn't sin or charge God foolishly. A lot of people got to understand, they charge God foolishly and blaming him. Foolishly. That's what they do. Let's go to Job chapter 2 and verse 3. Let's continue to look at what else he did. This is a great example of expecting the expected and the unexpected. I want to drill that in your head until you get tired of it, because for 6 days of the week, half of y'all ain't picked up no Bible. Or read no scriptures. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth?
But God put Job on that chopping block, boy.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, Lord, find somebody else. This is what he say here. Go ahead.
A perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God, and extrueth evil.
Yes, sir.
And still he holdeth fast his integrity.
He holding fast his trust. That's integrity.
That's right.
He holding fast to it. He expect this to happen. But most of them don't expect that now. Hey, we go to Sabbath class. We don't eat swine. We don't eat pork. We supposed to be protected.
That's
okay?
right.
Job did all this.
Come on.
He did all this.
And more.
And more. Go ahead.
Although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
He said here, he said, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. He didn't destroy Job personally and put it down. He destroyed his livestock, everything, his kids and all that stuff. He said, look at that. Go ahead, listen what Satan said.
And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man has will he give for his life.
Let me attack his body. Go ahead.
But put forth thine hand now, touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face.
He said, let me tap on that body. Let me hurt him in that body. He'll curse you then, God. Go ahead, listen what God said here.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life.
Go ahead, but just save his life, don't kill him. Go ahead.
So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown.
So he got sores all over his body. Just pain in his body. That's why you got to learn how to serve God through pain. I always tell y'all, put your bodies through a little pain. Endure a little pain. Don't just sit up there and take an aspirin or take this certain stuff because you got a little pain. Go through it. Pain can be your best friend. If you never go through pain, you'll check out on God. You'll check out on it. It's too hard. Oh, I got to go. I got to find some relief. But you got to understand, in this walk, we're going to go through some pain. And this is pain right here for Job went through. Killed his kids, took his business, took all his money from him, everything. Now he come into his body. Expect the unexpected. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself with it. And he sat down among the ashes.
Yes, sir.
Then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die.
You see what this foolish woman said? That's what I tell you. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust your wife. You can't trust your husband. You can't trust your kid. If Job trusted in a wife, he would have cursed God and died then. That's what people got to understand. You can't do that. That's what preachers are taking off the table because they want to step on nobody's foot. This is what God's trying to make sure we understand here. And I'm going to make sure y'all understand. And once when Job went through all of what he went through, we can't go through it all, God blessed him at the end. Let's go to Job chapter 42. Let's look at this. Same book, Job 42 and 10. This stuff is coming down the pipeline in this household. Wife talking foolish to him, kids doing foolish stuff. We get into that stuff they were doing back in the day, but we know why God killed them kids. Job 42 and 10. But at the end of your pain, there is a reward. There's a reward. Don't cry and stay in your pain. Go through it. Go through it. Everybody wants somebody to feel sorry for them. Don't want somebody to pat on the back. Forget that. Forget that. Stop looking for sympathy. Build some strength. Build it. Because the joy and the blessing of God coming at the end. Job 42 and 10. Let's see what happened to Job. Go ahead.
And the Lord turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before.
But he had twice as much. Why? Because he didn't turn his back against God. You got to lose a little to get a lot. Sometimes you got to lose a lot to get more. Job lost a lot. Kids, business, cattle, servants. All these people talking crazy against him. Go ahead. Verse 11.
Then came there unto him all his brethren and all his sisters and all they that had been of his acquaintance before.
Yes, sir.
And did eat bread with him in his house. And they bemoaned him and comforted him over all the evil that the Lord has brought upon him.
Who brought upon him?
The Lord.
Behold me, they were sorry for him. Go ahead.
Brought upon him over all the evil that the Lord has brought upon him. Every man also gave him a piece of money, and every one an earring of gold.
So he started bringing money, gold, all that to him, because he endured. Go ahead.
So the Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning.
So he had more at the end of all that than he had in the beginning. So you got to go through, sometimes God got to strip you of things that are holding you down. A lot of people say, man, I would love my child to be here. I would love my roommate to be with me. Anything. God got rid of them, leave them alone. Move on. If you know, like I know, if they die right, they're going to be in the resurrection. Death is just a brief interruption of life. Life. When we be resurrected up with the Lord, that's forever. You're going to see them forever. It ain't going to be the same, but you're going to see them.
That's life.
If they live, the right way, and also you're gonna see them that live the wrong way too. Go ahead.
So the Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning.
Yes, sir.
For he had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 she-asses.
See, that's money. In that day, that is money. That's bread. That's money. Go ahead, man.
13. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters.
And he gave him more children. More children. This is what God wants us to do. Learn these examples. So when it hits you, oh, Job went through that, so I'm just going to go through something like that. I hope I don't go through like what he went through, but man, that's serious. Well, okay, let's go to 2 Kings chapter 4 and verse 1. I want to talk to the married people for a minute. Start with the husband. I made a statement saying you should expect your husband to die. You should be able to plan his funeral. You should be able to visualize. You should be able to see it all as it pans out. You know why? Because if you don't see it, you're going to lose your faith in God. You ain't going to know how to handle it. A lot of people ain't taught like this. Expect the unexpected. Your husband ain't going to be there all your life. Your wife ain't going to be there all your life. But one thing we can say will be there is salvation. Now, Papa can't go. We almost lost it when my dad died. Lost it. Never seen my mama like that. Never. When I looked on her face, that pain hit her so hard, man, it was like, man, get up, mama. She was so limp. We had to keep picking her up. You know, she falling and all this and that. She couldn't move. I hardly ever talk about this because that's a great pain for my family that day. Like I said, we're not no emotional family. We don't get down like that. We hide our emotions. I ain't saying it's good, but we hide. Well, it is good. You hide it because that day was painful. And I want to make sure women who are married, don't be so caught up on your husband. You better know how to do something. You better know how to go out there and pay some bills. You better understand how you run the operation of the house. You better understand all that. And one day my mom said when my dad died, she said, I didn't know he was doing this much. Because it all fell on her. If she didn't have us, she'd have been done. She'd have been done. Well, I say God, too. She had God somewhat. 2 Kings chapter 4 and verse 1. Let's look at what I'm talking about here. Just want y'all to understand. Just want you to understand. Expect the unexpected. Verse 1, go ahead.
Now there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophet unto Elisha, saying, Thy servant, my husband, is dead.
So her husband is dead. A certain woman talking about her husband is dead. Go ahead.
And thou knowest that thy servant did fear the Lord, and the creditors is come to take unto him my 2 sons to be bondsmen. So
when her husband died, they come to take the kids back in that day to put them in slavery to pay the debt. That's what they used to do. That's what they did. And this woman right here, man, she was a woman of God, man. She went to the prophet telling him that, what can we do? She just flip out and go crazy and lose her mind. She got in the word of God. She went to the man of God and asked him, what am I going to do? Listen to what he say here. Go ahead.
And Elisha said unto her, What shall I do for thee? Tell me, what hast thou in the house?
First thing you got, what you got in the house? You need to do assessment what you can do at your house. What do you have of value in your house? What can you do to make money? A lot of women can't do jack. They're going to be worried about they only see their husband do stuff. You better make sure you can do it because he might not be there. Like this woman, this certain woman right here. Go ahead.
And she said, thine handmaid has not anything in the house save a pot of oil.
She said, all I got is a pot of oil. Pot of oil. And back then, oil was real precious. Oil. Go ahead.
Then he said, go, borrow thee vessels abroad of all thy neighbors, even empty vessels, borrow not a few.
So go borrow all the vessels you can. God finna work something right there to help her out. Go ahead.